we are here, Season 2. Welcome back everyone to the Sheffield Wednesday Save here on the FM Lowdown channel. So, lots to talk about. We'll start with the takeover that hasn't happened. There was 2 bids, the Tycoon failed, and an embargo obviously got placed under us, and then we had another takeover attempt, and then that failed as well. We are nowhere near done our transfer business. The squad is smaller than what it was last year, but I do think it has more quality. If we go to the recruitment tab, we're over the wage budget, but there's 1.3 million in the transfer kitty, so we can obviously adjust this. Obviously, we won't be able to spend this transfer budget until January anyway. There's still players going out the door, so don't be surprised if that still goes up. As you can see here, £10.5 million of players has left the football club this summer. So let's get into the juice of it then. I've got to try and remember, is it transfer history? It is. Starting with the outs. So if we go to released players, Chalobah left. He went to Hearts, has got an assist on his debut, so he's gone to Hearts. He's on a lot less money. He really didn't want to sign a new contract, so we let him go. The difficult one was Max Lowe. So he ended up wanting to just sign a new contract at the end of the season, so we offered him one. He then rejected, I think it was £18,500 a week, which made him near enough our highest paid player. He rejected it and has gone to Swansea City on nearly 40, so is what it is. Swansea is still in our league as well, so we'll look forward to playing against him at some point this season. In terms of other outs, Charlie McNeil's gone on loan to Stockport. We have a recall clause on him. I still think he looks quite a good striker, which is why he's still around. Stockport are in our league, so it's a good experience for him. Hopefully he will do well there. Other player to leave, Emmanuel Dennis left. We got quite a bit of money for Emmanuel Dennis, considering he barely played 20 games for us. And signed him for free. We got near enough £5 million for him. So I think that's an excellent bit of business to get £5 million for someone that barely played for us and wanted to leave, quite frankly. Oteg Bayo went on loan to Leyton Orient. We've got a recall clause in him as well. And then Jan Valery was the other big player to leave. Near enough £6 million. He's gone to Championship side Hull City, where another player that was out of contract at the end of the season, he didn't want to sign a new contract, and so we've let him go. He's on a lot more money there, £5 million. I probably could have got a bit more, but I was pretty happy with the £6 million that we got. So in terms of ins, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new players joined so far. I would expect at least another 3 on top of this. So it's a massive overhaul of players. In terms of ins then, starting with a goalkeeper. So P.S. Charles, we have no idea what's happening with him. He doesn't want to be here, but we need an offer that I think is reasonable for the ability and potential that he has. We haven't had that so far. So the first player we started is Stephen Bender. He, ex-Millwall goalkeeper, played 43 times for Millwall on loan in the Championship last season with 11 clean sheets. Previously a Fulham, Swansea, so experienced at Championship level. He comes in for a free transfer. He's on a lot of money, £13,000 a week, which is £12,000 a week more than Charles, but ability-wise is very good. Has a 4-year contract, which is important, and is worth a lot of money if he's terrible and we choose to sell him. So he's gone in with the number 1 shirt for this season. I'll show you his attributes there. Really good aerial reach, decent handling, decent reflexes. So I think we've got a very good goalkeeper. Struggles to be the ball-playing goalkeeper, but we'll see what happens with him in terms of the ball at his feet. The next player to join was Mark Sykes. Can play entirety down the right-hand side. We'll be primarily playing up the pitch as our right winger. 15 crossing, 14 dribbling, 13 finishing, 15 pace, 15 work rate, 18 determination. Lots of money again, but I don't think we could have probably got a better right winger for free, to be honest. 39 appearances for Bristol City last season as well, so another player experienced at Championship level. Good age at 29, and he is also signed on a 4-year contract. So we've got players on long contracts this summer. The third player to come in, now this is I don't know how you say this, Dan. Icelandic Dan is going to be his name. The Icelandic international joins from Toronto on a 4-year contract. Can play anywhere. He can play everywhere except goalkeeper, left back and centre half. He can play anywhere across the football pitch. Very well all-rounded. So I do think we have now a very good right-hand side with him at right back and then Mark Sykes further up the pitch. I think we've got a really, really good side there. Good crossing, good dribbling. He's just all round, just pretty solid. On a bit more money than I would have hoped, but another good signing to add to the depth of our right-hand side. We did have to make some cheaper signings because players are obviously on a lot of money. Tyler Onyango joined on a free transfer after being released by Everton, was on loan at Stockport, who got promoted last season with 39 appearances there. The Kenyan international is just here for a sort of squad player, can fill in at centre mid, centre back, gives us a variety of positions. So don't expect to see a lot of him. He signed a 3-year contract with us. He's just kind of here for a bit of squad depth, and it wasn't cheap wages as well. Ethan Brearley, he's on a lot of money, but again can play 2 midfield positions for us and can play further forward if needs be. He was alone at Exeter last season and did rather well there, playing 42 times. Another one that still has potential. We needed some more bodies in the centre of the park. Losing Chalobah, it kind of only left us with Rules and Banan. We needed some extra depth, so he comes in for some extra depth. Carlin Grant then joined. He got signed from relegated West Brom. He didn't score a goal in 27 appearances, which is rather concerning last season, but all the attributes to play off the left-hand side for how I want to play. 14 finishing, 13 dribbling, 14 pace. Work rate and decisions need to be improved, but on the ball, I think he is going to be a decent player for us. Then we 2, again, cheaper signings. Noel Huggins, £6,000 a week, and I think this is a steal. Can play either full-back side and then down the entirety of the right, entirety of the left. Good with both feet, good work rate, good pace, very good dribbling, very good finishing for a full-back as well. We've just got to be careful with his injury record, but I think this is an excellent signing. 2, and the final signing we've made is Paul Smith, released by QPR, offers lots of pace, good teamwork, really good flair. He's kind of that impact player we're looking for off the bench, someone who can come on, inject a bit of pace into our game. He made 11 appearances for QPR last season. So that's all the ins so far. Like I say, we're expecting probably another 3 or 4 in. If we show you the squad as a whole, we've obviously got all the youngsters. So if we go to potential, we've got Jaden McDonald and Rattan Wicht, who are our 2 coming through youngsters. You've still got Nico Schultz, Spafford, Weston, Barford, who can all play a really big part in the future of this club. McDonald's the one that I've chosen at the moment to be on the bench, with Rattan White starting at the moment. Now you're probably thinking, why are we not starting Ernie Weaver? Well, if we compare Ernie Weaver with Rajan White, if I can actually do that, because I know the comparison was a bit broken, but Rajan White doesn't appear, so I can't compare them. I don't know if there's a different way. If there is, please leave it in the comments, but I have no idea. So Ernie Weaver has 6 heading, 11 marking. If I go to Rashan White, he has 15 heading, 13 marking and 11 tackling. There's a lot to do with his physical. I get that. He's 16 years old. So we've got to hope he grows nicely with game time. We've got a lot of youngsters in the squad. We're going to try and bleed them in a bit better this year. Fasuri will play in his preferred position in midfield as well, to give us another option in midfield with the 2, like Mark Sykes can also play right back. So we're pretty well covered at right back. We need another left back. We've also got Noah Huggins. I know he can play left back, but ideally I want Big Dan and Noah Huggins as the right backs, Bernard, Ratanj White, McDonald, and then Weaver as the 4 centre halves. We're looking to sell Iorfa. You've then got Banan, Fasuri, Beerley, and someone else to play in midfield with Joe Rawls. Still the vice captain is Joe Rawls. And then you've got Sykes and Smith for the right. We need another attacking midfielder. We need another left winger. And then we've got Kadamatri, and we need another striker, because there is currently not a striker other than Will Granger on the bench. We need another number 9 to come in and just hit the ground running for us. Ugbo's still here. There's currently a bid from Reading on loan. We've just got to hope he goes there. Jamal Lowe could be leaving as well. He could be going to Huddersfield or Piast. Kabaki is also wanted. He doesn't want to be here either. He could be going back to Poland. And there's one more that could be leaving as well, but I can't remember who. Kadamatri, I think you saw in the last episode, signed a new 3-year contract with us on a lot more money, a lot more bonuses in there. Joe Rawls hasn't had a new deal. There was another player that got a new contract as well, a big player for us, got another new contract, but I can't remember who it was, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. Fasuri got a new deal, another 3-year contract, didn't want too much money, so he's got a new contract as well. And I think that was it, to be honest, in terms of new contracts. We had a couple. Bernard still doesn't want to be here, but I think we have to play him just purely because he is that good. He's physical, can head, and I can't play two 16-year-olds at centre-back. That would be a bit of a disaster. So at the moment we're playing the same system. I am going to look to play, mainly because we've not trained a new one. The pre-season I've been playing on my Orient save on quite a lot, and I've trialled the tactic on there. I went 13 games unbeaten and made a break for the playoffs towards the end of the season. So that tactic I just need to tweak just that little bit more, and then we're going to save that and put that in here because that's another way I want to play. And I think with the players we've got, I don't know if that suits it just yet, because Banan can't. He hasn't got the legs to make them late runs into the box. So at the moment, that's why he's playing a play a bit deeper. So that is the basic rundown of the summer. There will be more players joining, like I say. I don't think we have any more in the pipeline at the moment. Transfer activity, no. So it's just Jamal Lowe and it's just Ugbo at the moment. We don't have any more offers in for players. But like I say, we are looking for more forward players to join us. First game of the season against Millwall. If you are interested in the teams that came down, it was Burnley. It was Burnley, Wolves, and somebody else, Leeds, who came down. And then the teams that came up were Stockport. Oxford's managed to stay up somehow. So you had Stockport, Cardiff, and somebody else that came up. Can't remember who. It'll probably pop into my memory when we least expect it, to be honest. So that's that. And we play Millwall today, Luton with the other team. So Millwall, Luton, Oxford are our first championship games, and we've got Stoke in the Carabao Cup. So let's get into today's game. We've already shown you the team and the bench, so let's get straight into it. At the moment, the system is exactly the same. I've tried to keep numbers, so you can see the starting 11 are literally 1 to 11. So it looks like these players are just going to have higher numbers, which they are. So that's their numbers done. I like to keep numbers in order. Don't ask me why. It's my OCD with that. So let's get cracking with the first game of the season then. The teams are warming up, taking its sweet time. Have they got any new players in there? I don't think they have. Glenn Bilge is probably new. Benito Raman's probably new. Zaylete's probably new. That's about it. So it's not a very new Middlesbrough side, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 debutants with a further 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bench. So I do expect another 3, like I've said. Expect them to be in the forward line and probably another left back, to be honest. So we're probably looking 3 to 4 left back, striker, left winger, attacking midfielder. You're probably looking at 4 definites and maybe another squad player. If Jamal Lowe leaves and Ugbo leaves, we're going to have £30,000 of wages to spend. And then if we can get rid of Iorfa as well, we're going to have about 50 grand of wages to spare, plus transfer fees. And obviously we'll save some to January when we can actually buy players for transfer fees. And we have a set piece here very early in the game. Banan takes it short to Carl and Grant. Banan now. Banan gets past his man with his 10 pace, passes it across, and the 16-year-old Weary Ratandwich has his first ever senior goal on the first day of the season. He's already repaid the faith that I've put in him. We need to develop these youngsters. We've got a transfer embargo until January. And by that point, we're hoping they've developed really, really well. So we don't have to go out and buy £2-3 million worth of defenders. So that's a good start for him and a good start for us as Doherty now comes straight forward from kick-off. And I think Bender has managed to make a save there. But it was such poor defending. We've got another highlight 4 minutes in. Absolute chaotic start here at Hillsborough as Mitchell now has the ball. Passes it back to Cooper. Mitchell, Sturge, back to Mitchell. Good interception by Banan. We don't win the second ball though. Doherty, back to Sturge. That's a good ball into Doherty. A good first touch into the box again, and it's another good save by our new number one goalkeeper. He's going to have to be at his best because Charles kept us in a lot of games last season. And Horvath, to be fair, at the start of the season did as well. And also, we've got to do this without loans for now as well. So we could utilise that market in January, the loan market, and then build up for the following summer. But I don't particularly want to, if we can help it, have a third season in the Championship. We want to. The aim for me this season is a top 10 finish. I think we can do that. I think this squad is actually quite good now. As the free kick's taken and another excellent save by the goalkeeper. I still think if we can get the quality in, a bit more quality, a bit more depth, I think we'll be okay. I do think we've got a decent squad. Whether it's top 6 worthy, I don't know. I think we can finish 10th. Considering we finished, 14th last year, with a squad of about 14 players that we actually actively used. I think we've got a deeper squad this season. We also probably need another quality centre midfielder, to be honest. Because obviously Brearley and Ayongo are probably squad players. We probably could do it. We've got Joe Rawls, who's ageing, and he's in the last year of his contract and has a clause in there that means he'll get another contract. If he plays too many games, we'll have another chance that he's offside. So we're probably looking at another player with the quality of a Banan who's younger to now come in. So we will see on that one as we approach half-time and we lead 1-0. Hopefully we can go into the break at 1-0. And we have. Good. So I've considered so many goals that on the stroke of half-time we have been battered. But let's hope in the second half we can keep this up. Well, not keep this up because we'll probably concede. Our goalkeeper's our highest rated player with an 8.2. So if your goalkeeper is the highest rated player, especially on FM, you've been battered, quite frankly. It'd be nice to get off to a good start to the season, though, wouldn't it? So hopefully we can do that as we approach the 60th minute mark. No chances of note in the second half, and that's fine. I would quite happily take a quiet second half, with nothing happening. So we approach the 70th minute mark and still nothing's happening. So we are going to make a sub. We're going to get Spafford on in the attacking midfield position because he's the only real one that can come on there. Vasuri will also come off for Joe Rawls. A bit more experience on the pitch, but Spafford's obviously, 16? We don't have another attacking midfielder that can play there at the moment, so he will have to do. I would bring Kadamatri off, but would bring on another 16-year-old, and we're not really going to do that. We're going to probably make another change at the end of this highlight. In fact, we'll do it now. As Mark Sykes will make way for Paul Smith. But yeah, if you look at the bench, it's very young. The only other experienced player we've got is Niall Huggins. Everyone else is not really got the experience, so we're probably looking at experienced players. And Bangura Williams is through for Millwall. And another good save by our new number one. With 8 minutes to go, we're going to change the approach to cautious. Win the first contact. Good. Win the second contact. Come on, Grant. Work. And that's a good ball over the top. And Zeziete's through for Millwall with 4 minutes to go. And he's missed. He's missed. A sitter. That should be 1-1. So we approach the 90th minute mark. We have been absolute. Well, to be fair, second half we've been a lot better. And we've getting there. Getting there. We've won 1-0. Our goalkeeper with a 9. Well done, lads. It's the only thing you can ask when you've got a new squad. Win your first game of the season. A clean sheet as well is always a good start. So, no offers for Aorfa is not ideal at this moment in time. But we do need, like I say, we need 4 players. We've got a month to sort it though. But there's 6 league games in that time. So, yeah, in the next episode will be... It'll be some point in early September. It'll probably be the Cardiff or Coventry game. So if you have enjoyed, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the FM Lowdown channel. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much.